The perverted old man wanted to invite a young girl as his partner. After being rejected, he suddenly grabbed the girl's neck and strangled her tightly. The girl wanted to seek help from her sister nearby, yet she never imagined that the man before her was actually let in by her sister. Then the girl's body turned completely dark. The next second, the girl was forcibly forged into a divine weapon by the man. As a blinding flash of green light passed, the girl transformed into a pair of black gloves. They appeared on the man's hands. This man was the infamous Jack the Ripper. But unexpectedly, he was chosen by the Valkyrie as the human representative in the fourth battle between gods and humans. As soon as Jack appeared, he was cursed by all the human spectators. They would rather lose the match than have their fate in the hands of this scum. The god's representative was the embodiment of justice, Heracles. Both fighters were in position. This battle between justice and evil was about to begin. Jack pulled out two large blades from his cloak. Then he combined them into a giant pair of scissors. With just a casual swing, an iron street lamp was cut clean in half. Jack declared that this was the divine weapon forged for him by the Valkyrie. Seeing this, Heracles raised his weapon. He stated he would respond to Jack with his full strength. But just after saying that, Jack suddenly turned and ran away. By the time Heracles found Jack, Jack was already leisurely enjoying afternoon tea. Heracles didn't want to waste words with him, yet the next second, he nearly fell into Jack's trap. Heracles angrily tore apart the trick. In an instant, countless throwing knives rained down from the sky. But unfortunately, ordinary weapons had no effect on gods. Fed up, Heracles intended to end the battle immediately. At that moment, Jack calmly fired a shot at Heracles. Then he used the grappling hook in the gun to escape the spot. Of course, Heracles would not let Jack escape so easily. He suddenly exerted force with his legs. The ground instantly shattered and collapsed. Heracles appeared before Jack in an instant. Then he swung his hammer fiercely. Jack's divine weapon scissors shattered at that moment. Seeing this, some humans also broke down mentally. Indeed, sending such scum into battle was a mistake. But Jack was not panicked at all. He lightly leapt back to create distance. Then he pulled out a large handful of throwing knives and hurled them forcefully at Heracles. Everyone thought this was just Jack's dying struggle, so even Heracles was completely unprepared. But unexpectedly, the next second, these knives pierced directly into Heracles' body. All the gods present were stunned. How could ordinary weapons possibly harm a god? At that moment, Jack spoke. It turned out that when he said the scissors were his divine weapon, it was only to mislead everyone. His true divine weapon was actually the bag that could create divine weapons. Jack pressed his advantage. He continued throwing knives. It seemed he intended to wear down his opponent from a distance. From the spectator's perspective, Heracles was at a disadvantage. But at this moment, he kept closing in on Jack while defending. Once he got close, he could immediately turn the tide. Facing Heracles' hammer strike, Jack casually pulled out an umbrella. With the umbrella spinning at high speed, he was able to perfectly deflect all the force. Seeing that close combat was ineffective, markings began to appear on Heracles' body. Red patterns spread across his arms. This was his first divine technique. Jack's umbrella shattered under this move. The residual force slammed Jack hard into the wall. However, Jack showed no sign of weakness. Instead, his face was full of excitement. Heracles gave Jack no chance to catch his breath. He suddenly charged it.